Alright everyone, if you grew up loving classic adventure games or you just want to get lost someplace snowy and wild, Syberia VR is about to grab you by the wintry feels. This isn't just another lazy port. Syberia's legendary point-and-click world got a proper VR makeover just for the Quest 3, and guys, it has really got style. But hold up, before you go hit that buy button, let's get real about what makes Syberia VR different, what's new, and what you absolutely need to know. Stick around, because there's some wild stuff in this one. True VR remake, not a basic port. So, Syberia VR isn't just the old game with a bit of 3D polish thrown in. Nope, the devs over at Microids rebuilt this legend from the ground up for VR, especially for Meta Quest 3 and 3S users. This means everything is tailored for virtual reality, from movement and interaction right down to those tiny environmental details you might never notice on a flat screen. So if you're expecting a classic sit back and click vibe, prepare yourself. It's fully interactive and you feel like you're right there beside Kate Walker in those icy towns and creaky factories. Quest 3 and 3S exclusive features. Heads up, Quest 2 or PC VR players, this one isn't for you. Syberia VR is a Meta Quest 3 and 3S exclusive. And that's not just a marketing thing. The game takes full advantage of the new headset's hardware. Sharper graphics, way better textures, smooth performance and zero lag, even in the most crowded puzzle scenes. Plus, it supports the Quest's hand tracking, so you're literally reaching out and fiddling with ancient automaton machines or flicking through Kate's notebook in 3D space. If you've never used these features before, Syberia VR is a killer place to start. Puzzles, but now you get your hands dirty. Old school fans know Syberia as a puzzle adventure with lots of gears, levers, and ingenious contraptions. Drop that mouse for a second. Everything's physical in VR. You literally twist dials, slide levers, pull switches, and move objects like you're there for real. Puzzles have been totally redesigned for this, so solutions actually make sense when you've got your hands on them, and you'll feel extra smart solving them with tactile feedback. There's less of that guesswork from the original. Now it's more about exploring, finding clues, and interacting with stuff in a way that's super satisfying for VR puzzle fans. Breathtaking European environments to explore. If you're a sucker for visuals and atmosphere, Syberia VR will absolutely knock you out. Seriously, the settings are like steampunk Bob Ross paintings, icy towns, abandoned workshops, snowy forests, slick European villages. The world's been rebuilt so you can wander, snoop, and just soak things in at your own pace, using smooth locomotion or teleportation. Details pop everywhere. Rusty automata, faded signs, snow crunching under your virtual boots. It's one of those games you'll want to take slow, just because the vibe's that good. This isn't run and gun, it's chill, look around, get lost. A story with real heart, and no need to know the series. You play as Kate Walker, a New York lawyer on a business trip, gone long and weird. She ends up tracing a forgotten inventor and chasing rumors of lost mammoths in, Syberia. But here's the cool part. You don't need any knowledge of the old games. The VR remake keeps that adventurous, mystery in the snow feel, but it's a totally fresh start. Expect themes like loss, identity, and legacy, plus the kind of character growth that'll actually catch you off guard. Even if you're new, the VR format pulls you right into Kate's shoes, worries, and wild discoveries. No HUD, all-in cinematic storytelling. Forget about floating menus and intrusive HUD stuff. Syberia VR goes for pure immersion. All cues and dialogue are woven into the environment, or handled through actual items like Kate's notebook or environmental hints. You'll get up-close character chats, full voice acting, and even the little character animations and expressions you'd miss in standard Syberia games. The whole thing feels halfway between a playable movie and an interactive dream. If you love atmospheric immersion, this is next level. Tailored for comfort and accessibility. If you're worried about VR motion sickness, the devs put comfort front and center. You can play seated, standing, or even room scale. Locomotion is smooth, with options for teleport or analog movement. So if you're new to VR, you're still set. The whole pace is pretty chill. There's no rush, no sudden jumps. Plus, all dialogue and instructions are clear, making it a great starting VR adventure, even for folks who aren't pro gamers. Got prescription glasses? No worries. Use Quest 3 adjustable VR lenses for max comfort and clarity, especially with those tricky small print details. How long is Syberia VR? Are there extras? The basic story takes around 6 to 8 hours if you're cruising, but there are collectibles, hidden lore, and lots of secrets for lore hunters and explorers. It's not a 40-hour epic, but it's tight and focused, so everything feels meaningful and you won't get bogged down just padding for time. If you're into replaying for secrets or appreciate well-crafted stories, Syberia VR delivers plenty of reasons to look under every snowbank. Does Syberia VR nail the mood? Yes. A lot of what makes Syberia special is its vibe. This haunting mix of industrial decay, snowbound melancholy, and that spark of discovery. The VR version doubles down. Environmental audio, cinematic lighting, expressive character models, and that feeling you're really truly somewhere else for a while. There's no combat, no big action set pieces, just pure story and atmosphere. So if you're in the mood to chill, explore, and maybe get hooked on some genuinely weird mysteries, this one's for you. Is Syberia VR right for you? Alright, let's get honest. If you want constant action or hate puzzles, this isn't your jam. But if you're into immersive stories, exploring rich worlds, and solving things with your own hands, you're gonna love it. And if you're a long-time adventure gamer, this is a must-play. Plus, it's a fantastic showcase for those new Quest 3 visuals and hand controls. Just remember, this is all about story, mood, and detective work, not fast reflexes or boss fights. Know what you're in for, and Syberia VR could be one of the best narrative experiences you'll play in virtual reality this year. So here you got it, 10 things you need to know before grabbing Syberia VR for your Quest 3 headset. It's not your usual action-packed fare, but if you want to actually feel a story and get properly transported, you've got to check it out. Whether you're a hardcore Syberia fan or a VR newbie, this remake delivers heaps of mood, tons of polish, and a fresh twist on a classic.